this is just a quick message. I'm getting mixed messages here. About John Alexander Paterson, the man that I met in Eastbourne Psychiatric Unit, ex-naval fraud investigator. This is all very confusing. I'm aware that someone called Yolande Kenwood had commented to me on, I believe, was it Andy Devine's live stream or something or other? This was before I found out that Andy Devine and they're all. I want to do something separate. The people, the protagonists, these truthers movements have been taking advantage of people, and it's not just me, because one of the protagonist truthers warned me about Andy Devine and Angela Power Disney, and yet they then attack me. So I can't trust any of these people, because if they're basically no better than the people that work in the psychiatric unit, the police, the demented. You don't want to listen to that person. They're a Fruit Loop about Caroline Stevens. Well, they could be calling me a Fruit Loop because I support some of the same interests, but I'm not a bully. This is where I'm different. I am not a covert narcissist. I am exposing all of these demonic things. I don't go around carrying a and then say, ooh, you should be doing this and you should be doing that. Dr. Romani is brilliant. Dr. Romani, she's done videos about the positive thinking, the toxic positive narcissist, which is different to a covert narcissist. One extreme, one isn't. But yeah, no, someone called Old Oak, someone that I was led to believe was a troll, was actually warning me against Angela Power Disney, and Angela Power Disney told them to F off. And Angela Power Disney turned on me just because I politely asked a question about the Herald article being shared. And it has just occurred to me, literally just occurred to me, that Angela Power Disney, who's now trolling my videos, she's just turned on me for no reason. I've never met her, never spoken to her. I thought her videos were great. This is just, just because I wanted to know about the Herald article that was shared, because I have just wondered, when she commented on my video, oh, you don't accept help from anyone, and she's coming out with this madness. She doesn't know me. She just picks bits out of my videos, probably for her journalism. And she's accused me of being rude, even though I politely asked a question, and she told me to stop effing hounding people, quote unquote. I don't swear at people. I've had horrendous abuse from police, psychiatric staff and all that, but I've still never sworn at anyone. So, but I found it very interesting that Angela Power Disney commented, you never accept help from anyone, which is exactly what that demented magistrate's custody suite manager was screaming at me. You're going to prison. You never accept help from anyone. And if it's true that because she's an MK Ultra victim, so she says, And Andy Devine has come out of prison, which I knew about because I watched his live streams, but he was getting funny down the phone. And Caroline Stevens said that means he'll work for the police. Is that what you meant when you said I don't accept help from anyone? In other words, the solicitor that I've reported to the SRA, and when I say SRA, I don't mean Satanic Ritual Abuse, I mean Solicitors Regulation Authority, because she wanted to stitch me up on a fraud to say that to get help with housing, in other words, say that you beat the police, even though I'm saying to you in front of your partner that you acted in self-defense, tell them that you did it, then you'll get a probation officer and you'll get help with housing, because that's the criminal justice system in the UK. If you are a criminal, if you say that you've done a crime, you'll get the help with your mental health, Tavistock Institute. So it would appear I have got government agents watching me. I noticed that there was one person watching, one person always comes on and goes off. There's only ever one person watching on my video. Very rarely there's been two, but there's always one, and they come on, go off, and they might come back. I've noticed that. I just think it's just a bit odd. Yeah, I've been told that government agents do watch your videos if you're shadow banned, so to speak. Which means that my videos are not in the mainstream. They are sort of, that's why my live streams are sometimes tampered with. I know, because the Christian lady whose name I won't mention, she got me to have contact with a targeted individual who's so targeted. I can't hear her. I had to have the laptop on my head and I still couldn't hear her. She's bugged, basically. But yeah, no, I just think I'm being very honest. And Caroline Stevens threatened me just because I did what she said. I took down the live stream, but she knows the name of the police officer who came in here the other night, and 3 hours after I recorded a criminal threatening to beat me senseless. Yes, that one. PC Franklin Lester, she knows his name. So yes, it's very odd. It's very odd that these insiders know so much. But I would be interested to know, Old Oak, you're not this, I want nothing to do with it. Please leave me out of it. I've got my own problems. Please. But when you said that he sent you death threats, I made these signs that said, "Free John Alexander Paterson." I met him. He cried to me. He seems genuine. I believe he's been made very ill. Without even knowing him, and I should talk about him as if I know him. I only met him briefly. I've watched things, but I've had some horrendous things done to me as a vulnerable person. And in my opinion, he seems like a man who wants to do good. And I saw the injury where someone tried to assassinate him on the Temple, because that's apparently how you can assassinate someone, outside the Royal Courts of Justice, and he was zoomed. Sussex police were out of their jurisdiction, the Ministry of Defence. When he went to the Scotland Yard with this paperwork, they zoomed him down to Eastbourne Psychiatric Unit. I met him by accident. I'm not involved in any cults or anything like that. I'm just a person who likes people who want the truth. And I got talking to him in the canteen queue, and I've still got the two BBC Panorama producers' phone numbers, because I was talking about psychiatric abuse. I'm just a woman who wanted a bit of help with my mental health. If you've watched my videos, you'll see, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm going to go now. So thank you. I've said what I wanted to say. it's interesting. You know, one of the signs I made was close the Freemason lodges, which is exactly what John Paterson said. I worked with a Freemason and I used to think it was something innocent, and now I know what I know. On the telly right now on the TV, Flash Gordon is on. And I went to the Birmingham NEC and I got I pulled in the attraction of people who were in the movie, including the man who plays Flash Gordon. And I was dressed in my leather and thigh-high boots, and one of the Oompa Loompas held my hand, took me round, and Brian Blessed said, "Oh yes, look at you!" No, it was Kenny Baker, the man inside the R2D2. No, it was an Oompa Loompa who took me by the hand. I was 6'7", and an Oompa Loompa took me by the hand to meet Kenny Baker and shake hands. And Brian Blessed was sort of going, "Oh, yes, I do. Oh." And Flash Gordon smiled at me. But it's a creepy film, and it disturbed me. And also, as a small child, it also kind of turned me on in a weird way. I suppose that's where the whip thing comes from. But that's when I was a child as well. But when at the start of the film, near the start of the film, you can see the symbols on the goggles of the compass, the Freemason compass. Talk about the mark of the beast on the forehead here. The Masonic compass. It's everywhere though. Yes, it's all satanic, and Abba Yahweh, take care of me, protect us, protect all of us. Yeah, and it's quite funny, really. Again, I say funny. Last of the Summer Wine was on the TV the other night. And they would said, "Oh, there's a witch that lives here." And guess what? The one that did the voice of Wallace and Gromit Man, the one who plays Clegg, Compo Clegg, and it's Clegg, isn't it? Yeah, not the one with the moustache, not Compo, not Foggy. It's Clegg, isn't it? Yeah, and he did the hand gesture. He said, "Oh, it's a witch," and he did I won't do it, but these two fingers, yeah. Masonic hand, well, I've just done it, the hand gesture. And it's quite ironic because the first time I heard of a Freemason, I was working with one, and he wanted his filthy, dirty way with me. He told my mother he wanted to impregnate me. I would not have wanted to have been there when he said that, because I'm surprised she didn't kill him on the spot. But some old men, I said to the old men in the garden centre, "What's a Freemason?" "Oh, they wear aprons and stuff and do funny hand gestures and stuff and rituals." And so I imagined something like Last of the Summer Wine for some reason. So it's quite ironic that Clegg did that in an episode of Last of the Summer Wine, but I meant in a silly man way. I didn't think witchcraft, I just imagined something silly and innocent. But there we go. I've gone off track, but if anybody wants to, on a serious note, let me know how John Paterson is. If there's anything you want to just give, I might attract in the wrong attention, but I don't know what to think anymore. I can't trust anyone. But I'm going to do a video about trolls because there is something I want to share about Caroline Stevens now, because I'm not going to be threatened. If she knows the name of that police officer, and I just asked a quite simple question why, I got the same response I got from Angela Power Disney. It was demented. That is Fruit Loop behaviour. It's dangerous behaviour. You know, my safety is at stake, and yeah, just want to know. I made these signs for John Paterson, and I want to. Yeah, what can I say? I'll just end it at that.